Hello, everybody. It's your favorite sweetheart, Rex. What's good with you? Oh my gosh! If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, what's good? What's good? Hey, how you doing? Okay, that was so fucking cringe. I don't care though. Like, cause I'm back. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to do a Life is Strange 2 video, and I'm still doing it. I'm actually gonna do it today, but I have a lot of stuff to do today because guess what? I got my groceries, but I also got pissed the fuck off. Oh, I love it. I love how, today just didn't go as good as planned. Like, I got everything I needed. So it's a successful day. It's not that it's not successful, it's more so that it didn't go as planned. By that, I mean, I didn't get back in time because of the buses. Bitch, okay, I'm mad. I'm mad. It's whatever. I'm not as mad as I was prior to making this video. I made 2 other videos. One that was 5 minutes, one that was 10 minutes. Both videos, I was a little too fucking angry. I'm not gonna lie. I needed to calm the fuck down. Cause girl, oh my gosh, like chill the fuck out. Like that's what I needed to do. Thank you, Burger King. I needed a pickle at the top of my burger. I needed it. I had to do my vocal stem. But anyways, I would do a grocery haul, but my case of water is ripped in half. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. The lady didn't want to wait for me at the bus stop, so I had to carry all my items to across the street, which is not a problem. The problem here is that the case ripped. That was the only issue. I was gonna come back for the water due to the fact that something told me to come back for the water. Because if I carry all of this, something bad is gonna happen, And guess what? It did. That's not me doubting myself or jinxing myself. Carrying it is not a heavy task. Like it's not heavy. It's just the idea that this is plastic. I got a great value case of water and stuff like that. And sometimes their case of waters, like the plastic around it is probably just too thin. Or sometimes when they put like stuff on it, like a sticker or other things, it can inadvertently cause a rip within the packaging. So that's what happened actually. I was much more angry about it earlier. I am so happy that I'm no longer as mad because I wouldn't be able to make a video as coherently as I am making right now. I gotta go do my laundry because I love to put off my laundry. I just love it. I love how I needed a pickle at the top of my burger. No, is it clocking to you? Is it clocking to you that I'm still slightly pissed? Anyways, I got my peach tea. I got the sugar-free $1.96 before tax, really $2.19. Oh gosh, I don't like to see myself eat or drink. Like I'm savoring as much of the taste. So I don't mind that. I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna change my drinking habits. I'm not gonna hold you. But watching myself in the camera looks so odd. Like I'm not gonna hold you. But that's good. It's just missing something. Sugar. It was cheap. Like they don't have a sugar-filled option for this. Like it's a great value type too. So it's healthier to have the sugar-free option, but it's missing something. I'm probably gonna put a little bit of honey. I'm gonna put a little bit of honey in that shit later. It's fine. It's hot as hell in my room. If you can see, I look like a cinnamon bun. Look, it's shinier than a mug. It's not just moisturizer, it's sweat. Love it. Oh my gosh, I probably look crazy too. This big ass bump. I don't put stars on my face because I don't have any not plastic. I don't have any sticky stars and stuff to put on my face. I like those patches, those pimple patches. They're cute. I like them. I just don't have any. So you're gonna see this big ass bump on my face. Love it. I'm still young, 23 years old, so of course still growing. Gonna have pimples and shit on my face. Whatever. I'll be back. I got a Publix chicken tender salad. I'm wearing my beanie. I've been wearing my beanie for it's been almost 2 months. Of course, I washed my hair. That's not the problem here. Washing my hair and plaiting it up, aka putting it in multiple braids, sectioning it off and then putting it into braids. That's not a problem for me. The problem here is styling it. I don't mind styling my hair. I just mind when I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like, styling my hair is not a difficult task. I don't know why I'm pausing so much. My bad. See, I'm about to pause again. Oh my gosh, I just paused right there. I'm a fucking guy. I'm sorry. Anyways, parting my hair is not a problem. Braiding my hair is not a problem. Sections, whatever, not really an issue. Cornrowing my hair, not a problem. Twisting my hair, not a problem. Putting it in little braids, not a problem. Adding hair to it, not a problem. Well, not as big of a problem. It's still an issue. It's the time that takes it. It only is like 2 hours long for me to actually do my full head. But the problem here is that the availability. Whenever I do my hair, a lot of the product gets on my face because I have hair that's like past my ears. So of course, some of it's just gonna end up in your face. I like to do my hair before I take a shower. The problem here is that I'm have dandruff back in my hair. It's been about 2 weeks. I gotta rewash my hair. Tomorrow, I'm not going any damn where. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to be in my room, rubbing my feet together, farting in my sheets, and chillaxing. That's why I'm doing all my laundry today, even though I'm losing sunlight. That's fine. I don't give a fuck because I should have been done this laundry anyway. And it always feels like something is crawling on my leg. It doesn't always feel like that. I'm saying that because I just came from outside. I got my groceries today. I got a Publix chicken tender salad waiting on me. I think I already said that. I'm hungry. Bitch, you're being propped up by some Simply white cheddar Cheetos right now. White cheddar Cheeto puffs. Very good. They had a buy one get one free today. Very good. Very nice. Very classy. I'm being so silly right now. I can't. I'm staring at the line of water bottles that fell out of my case from when my case ripped earlier because the bus driver didn't want to fucking wait on me. Cool, whatever. If I talk about it again, I'll get mad again. But I keep looking at it because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, why is there 7? What is this? Heroes of Olympus? Why is there 7 fucking water bottles standing like that? Like, I can't. I'm not even gonna show y'all for it. It's not even standing weird. I have to wash them off because they fell into the street and the grass. So they're just there, I'm just staring at them whenever I look off into the distance. Anyway, this is just me babbling on. I was going to talk about anything right now. Like, I really thought about middle school, and I used to not talk about the things that were like difficult that I was going through because I felt like nobody would understand me. I felt like what I was going through was very unique to my situation. Not saying that like, oh, they just never went through anything at all. It's that what was going on with me was so personal to me. I thought that nobody else would get it. You know what I mean? I was going through my weight loss journey where I'm having to lose 62 pounds. All of my elder siblings never had to lose 60 pounds. Like, you know what I mean? They never had to lose weight. They've always been rather, what's the word for it? Should I say slim? Yeah, rather slim, rather lean. They grew up like that. Me, on the other hand, I grew up overweight. I was overweight for majority of my life, So I lost 60 pounds during 2019, and then I had to go through junior year of, actually, sophomore year was also difficult. Sophomore year, I lost a friend, not through death or anything like that. I just ended the friendship. I needed to. They were so full of themselves. Okay, that's a whole nother topic for another day. I even did a story time about it years ago. It was not a good story time. I look back at it because I love myself. I watch myself a lot. No, but yeah, I lost a friend that year as I was doing my weight loss journey. Just ended the friendship, and summertime was pure hell. Junior year sucked ass. I got into my culinary class. It was the final class of the day. It was shit. The class itself wasn't shit. The people in it were. A good chunk of them were. There was only a few of us in there. How many? Only like about five. About 5 of them sucked in there. And culinary 1. Culinary 2 was better, but of course some of the people from my class came to culinary 2, so I'm like, fuck, okay. Bitch. It just, yeah, wasn't the greatest of times. It's whatever. That was 2019. During that time, I didn't say shit to my family for real. I kind of learned from what I was going through in middle school not to tell my family because of the fact that my family is very old school, but not only just that, their mindsets to things like, warning. This is a warning. If these words may trigger you. Suicide, sexual assault, rape, all that jazz. Their opinions were so different from like the other opinions from people, how do I say that in a better way? See, I'm not even being coherent right now. Like, what the fuck's going on? Oh my gosh. My family had certain mindsets that didn't align with me, but I was so young and it inadvertently influenced me, and one of my friends had to check me on that. When it comes to suicide especially, a lot of kids wanted to end their lives back in middle school. Were they stupid for that? My family would have said so back in the fucking day. But as a person who befriended these people, it's not stupid for someone to want to end their life if they feel like they have no other choice. These are kids. who have parents who hate them because their parents made them, and now their parents have to take care of them, because why would you bring a kid into this world if you didn't want, like, you get what I mean? Like, so of course not all those parents made them by choice. So, you know, abuse, hurt people, all that jazz. But a lot of kids were in situations where they could not do anything to fix it. Even when they would run away, they would just be sent to the police office and would have to go back to their abusive ass household. There was a lot of kids like that going through back in the day. And I learned from telling my family, like, yeah, no, I can't tell my family. Me, what I was going through with my friend, it wasn't like a suicide or abuse, anything. I was just ending a friendship, a toxic friendship. This was a friend I referred to, that referred to me first as best friend, and I referred to them as best friend as well, too. Like, it was just a toxic friendship. How my family reacted to me during that time, I was not being the most rational, but at the same time, I'm young. I'm only like 12, or no, I was like 13 going on 14 years old. I'm becoming a teenager. My hormones are different, like all that jazz. I'm trying to navigate something I've never done before, which is end a friendship. Like, it was a lot, and my family didn't really, they tried to help, they didn't help. Bitch, they didn't help as much, goddammit. They tried, but yeah, you know. So when I got into high school, I learned that, like, it feels like I can't really refer to anybody when it comes to my situation. Like, I can't get advice from anybody. My elder siblings were in college. My mom was working her hardest. My dad got laid off. Younger sibling, barely talked to them. Why would I wouldn't go to my younger sibling for any advice. Aunts and uncles, they're working. Everybody was just busy. So I'm like, if I go and ask somebody for advice on this, am I really going to get my answer? Like, you know, I kept thinking in my head, like, no. That's how I felt during my weight loss journey. That's how I felt during the events at school. I shut down, basically. I said nothing to nobody. And I remember how I felt fucking lonely. I'm not gonna hold you. I felt alone, even though all these people in my family, it just feels like I can't say shit to them at all. So I got out of that. Growing helped me realize that that's not a healthy way to deal with situations. Yes, this is your situation, so you want to go through it and have the reactions you have. You want to try to pick better reactions, but you need to confide in another person, especially an older person who has gone through friendship breakups and like situations with people in general, to help you better navigate the situation. My reactions were not the fucking greatest because of the fact that I just didn't go to anybody for it, because I didn't think that there was anybody there. Everybody's busy, bro. My problems, I kept telling myself my problems are not nearly as bad, so I shouldn't say shit to anybody. That's not a healthy thing to do. If you have people in your life, confide in them. If they are literally not helping at all, or if their advice is like showing that they're rather closed-minded, you know, there is, if you have a phone, there is free therapy, everything like that. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Oh, that'd be nice if I was sponsored by somebody, but I'm not. So, but no, for real, there is some way of getting therapy, or people will listen to your problems, everything like that. Because I remember how I felt. So sometimes when I talk to my sister, I'm like, damn, I feel bad. I hope I'm not talking too much or anything like that. Because I do remember a time where I didn't talk to her at all. I didn't say shit to her about what the fuck I was going through during my weight loss journey when I was going through it. Shit, when I was going through at my second job. I didn't say shit during then, especially at the times where it was like the worst of the worst. I didn't say anything until I was literally breaking down from anger in like my grandparents' room. You know, I was watching something with my sister. Like, I was just completely off. I was angry at my job and angry at myself, honestly. And a lot of stuff happened with that. But I just have to say, like, I remember a time where I didn't say shit to anybody. And that literally made me worse off on the mental health range. I don't need to be at a toxic ass, like, you know, not toxic mindset. I don't need to be at a horrible mental health stage, you know. That's when you start losing your fucking mind. I don't need to lose my fucking mind when I have people that are in my life I can talk to. You know what I mean? So if you have people in your life that you can talk to that aren't closed-minded, that will understand your situations, go to them. Because, bro, I used to be fucking silent when I would go through some shit. And then I wouldn't say shit until years later. You know, that's bad. That's not really healthy. You know, for some people it may be healthy. For me, I figured out it's not healthy. Like, you know what I mean? I love being a natural yapper. My whole channel is just about me talking and shit for a reason. I love talking. I love literally repeatedly going over topics that literally add to my collection of fangirling. Not just kidding. I literally love talking about so many different topics. So yeah, you know, that's why I'm a yapper. I love to chat. Love it. Another thing too, I questioned myself beforehand with this. In middle school, I had a lot of people who wanted to end their lives. I questioned myself. I was like, I have so many friends that want to like not be on this earth anymore. Like, I know why. It's due to their parent situation. It's due to their family situation in general, or just how they feel about themselves. Like, I understand why. What I didn't understand is how I'm befriending so many people that want to do this. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what's going on? Like, because I can't scope out. And there's nothing wrong with having friends, you know, that, you know, you're just friends with. Like, you don't have an ulterior motive. I had no ulterior motive when I befriended them. I didn't know they wanted to end their lives when I was their friend. And even during then, I didn't want to stop being friends with them, because it's like, I mean, shit, you know, it's understandable. Your fucking family sucks. You know, they make you want to fucking die. So it's like, I'm not going to end the friendship just because of that. But I had to question myself. I was like, damn, there's so many. And I had like more friends than I could count that wanted to off themselves and everything like that. So then I started questioning myself. This was back in like sophomore year. I was like, why have I never considered that? I've considered why I've been on this planet before, but I've never considered ending my life. And this is not to say like, oh yeah, I don't know why people want to do that. No, I'm not fucking closed-minded like that. Like, I get why so many people wanted to do it back in middle school. I get why so many people wanted to do it now, and I'm only 23 years old. I get why older people want to do it. I get that. They will literally inform you of why the fuck they've considered suicide. But I had to literally ask myself, I'm like, why have I never even considered that? I've considered why I'm on this earth, why I'm on this planet, but I've never considered just taking myself out the equation. So I was like, why? And then I realized that I've asked myself this question back in middle school, and it was for a very selfish fucking reason. I was like, I remember when I was younger, there was a Christian that mentioned that you can't eat in heaven. There's no food in heaven, because your physical bodies require food, but your soul is eternal, right? Why would you need food in heaven to feed your soul when food was here for the sole purpose of fueling your physical body, the things that connect you physically to this plane of existence, you know? So that was mentioned by a Christian when I was younger, and then I thought in my head, just like, I get that actually. Of course, they had other things to say about it, more so pertaining to the Bible. For me, I was like, yeah, souls are eternal. Yeah, food is here to fuel our physical bodies. And then once we ascend, we're ascending to a different plane of existence, a different level of living. So we wouldn't need our bodies. We don't need to poop in heaven. We don't need to pee in heaven. We don't need to like go to sleep in heaven. We're just our souls. So we wouldn't need to eat. Yeah, I'm good. I was like, I don't want to fucking die. Like, what the fuck? I want to keep eating. That was not the main one. Of course, my family and friends fueled me on, you know, staying on this planet. You know, I never considered it when I was younger for a reason. And as I got like older into high school, I was like, why am I friends with so many people that want to off themselves, but I never considered it, you know? And so I realized, obviously, my family and friends, that was one of the obvious things. The third thing was that, you know, family, friends. Third thing, I love myself. You know, even when I was literally beating myself up and bullying my fucking self, you know, mimicking the people that were doing the same shit. I've never been beaten up, but you get what I mean. Like the bullying, the taunts, everything like that. Never physically been beaten up, but you know, verbally, everything like that. I love myself despite all that, even if I haven't liked myself a good chunk of the time. Love myself too much for that. And I'm not really going through anything that caused me to want to do it, like family or friends. They're not a factor in me wanting to end it. Not really. I didn't want to. And also, you can't eat in heaven, so it's like I don't even really want to die for real. So you know, like, I'm not afraid of death. It's just more so like when I was younger, that's how I was. I was like, that is so greedy of me. Looking back at it, that was so greedy of me. Like, you are fat. So, like, it's just like, that's not to say like, oh, you're fat is a bad thing. No, it's just you're really fat. Like, that's so fat of you. Like, you don't want to. You've never considered offing yourself, taking yourself out the equation because of just fucking family, friends. You like yourself a bit more in food. Like, that's, you selfish bitch. You selfish. Like, girl, no, because that's so funny. Of course, a lot of people's takes on suicide is that, like, you're selfish if you commit suicide and stuff like that, which to each their own. That's their opinions of such. You know, me personally, it's selfish as hell that I don't want to die because of food. Like, that's crazy. Like, girl, you're gonna ascend to another plane of existence. You won't need food. But I'm like, damn, you know, we're not gonna have any peach tea. Like it's just, we're not gonna have chocolate. Like, oh my gosh, chocolate. We're not gonna be able to eat that in heaven. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm good. Like, you know, and that's not, I'm not trying to be all like, oh, you know, let's make light of every situation. You know, every situation is not going to always be light. There always going to be some type of negativity and stuff. You know, read the room, technically. But in this room, we're a little goofy over here, okay? I just wanted to talk about this today because I thought about that literally before I made this video. I was so angry earlier about not getting my items. But then I'm like, I'm being so fucking ungrateful because I'm literally in a position where I can get my items and not have to pay for it. I will have to pay for it in the future through student loans, of course. I have to pay those back in my literal fucking adulthood, you know, grown adulthood, if you will. But that's for years later. Right now, I don't have to pay for going to the store. I do have to pay, of course, money when I'm at Walmart, you know. But why I do like that, like, that's obvious. You know, I'm making it sound like I don't have to pay for my groceries at Walmart. I do. Same with at Publix. I will have to pay for that. But you get my gist. I don't have to pay for transportation, like talking about. So I'm just really lucky. I'm fortunate. And yet, here I am, angry as fuck, all because the bus drivers were late and some shit like that. They could just never fucking show up. They could just end the whole Saturday shopping. They literally could. They've ended other things before, and they could just end that. And instead of me being appreciative, I'm over here just angry. And then I went into the whole thing with, like, how I was when I was younger, because I was so mad earlier. I had to literally reminisce about my younger days, because I'm like, this anger is reaching to a point where I remember how I was when I was younger. I used to be this fucking angry a lot of times when I was younger. Sometimes it made sense. I'm not gonna act like it didn't, because people were stupid and I'm having to force to be going to fucking public school. Obviously I'm gonna be angry majority of the fucking time, but now I have no reason to be fucking angry like that. I am really fortunate nowadays. There are people who literally are working themselves to death just to afford college, who are working themselves to death just to afford the car so that they can go and get their groceries. Meanwhile, I'm mad just because the bus driver was late. Yeah, you know, it inconvenienced my day a little bit and I lost a bit of daylight because they were late, but so what? Like, you know, I should have did my laundry earlier. What the fuck? Like, that's what I had to say in this video. Growing up, you know, you're never too old to learn. I'm not gonna hold you. You're never too old to learn. You know, the day where you're too old to learn is when you're about to die. Like, you know, I'm still growing. Only 23 years old. Got this big ass zit. Y'all probably noticed the shit. Got my hair in a beanie when I honestly need to wash it. Like, this whole video has just been a story time of sorts, you know, a little insight into my life. I'm going to go and I gotta really honestly clean up my room. I gotta do my laundry, of course. I may just wash a load of clothes, and then the rest of the clothes I'm just gonna do them another day, because I have to. But that's really all I have to say. Like, wow, oh my gosh, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm actually really happy that I got to talk to y'all. I normally haven't been able to talk to y'all in a while because literally I have been deleting videos and redoing videos because I'm not confident in myself whenever I do the videos. I think I'm too fucking boring. But in actuality, I'm really that lady. I'm the serve. I am, in fact, the birthday. So, as the birthday, I need to throw my confetti. Like, okay, calm down. I need to have my confetti. Like, you know, I got my chocolate. They got chocolate chips, ice cream. I'm about to smash all my chicken tender salad that I had enough money to obtain thanks to my relative. Like, you know, I'm about to watch Hellboy 2. They have Hellboy 2 for free on YouTube. Today is actually way better than it could have been. It could have been pouring down, raining, thunderstorming, and I would have to Uber Eats my fucking groceries or DoorDash my groceries the next day due to the rain, of course. Like, you know, I could have been going through that, you know, but I didn't have to. I got my items. I'm gonna chill. This was a nice video. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all were able to hear me. You know, of course, my air's going in the background. This is an old dorm building. It gets rather stuffy in here. I do have a humidifier. I had to turn it off. I didn't really turn it off, more so that I managed to get it to where it's not constantly going off at some of the most inconvenient moments. You know, like, it still works, of course. It's just, I checked the inside, basically. And it finally stopped doing that random whirring sound when it gets to be a certain stuffiness in here. Because I'm like, it's really loud and it wakes me up out my sleep. Love it. Oh my gosh. And then on top of that, it's low-key making the air worse. I think it has mold in it. I don't know if it does or not. But I don't feel sick. I just feel like I can't breathe even further. Like, you know, there's already times where I'm like, damn. Like, I can do a deep breath. I don't feel like my lungs are burning, more so. It's just hot. That's really it. Like, it's stuffy, a bit stuffy and hot in here. So, you know, but when the air is on, oh yeah, it's chill. Even when the heater's on, it's chill. When the humidifier is on, it's like I can't breathe. So, yeah, Could I ask them to take it out of my room? Yeah, but honestly, it's April. I could have been asked them and I didn't, so it's okay. I already got it to turn off. As long as it's not on, it's fine. Like, I don't mind it being in here. I mean, obviously, it doesn't matter if I mind it or not, because bitch, it's like it comes with the fucking room. Anyways, I'm yapping. I'm gonna go and do my laundry. I've already lost a good chunk of daylight. I don't really give a fuck anymore. It's whatever. Today's already been rather stressful as it was, but I got all my stuff done, so it's okay. Yeah, that's really it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Oh my gosh, it's been really good with y'all. Cheers to y'all with my peach tea. Like, you know, y'all want some? Nah, just kidding. I'm gonna spill some on my phone if I do that. Cheers to y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and may peace be with you for an eternity. May your souls be eternal. May you live lovely lives. Bye.